question. For what geography is required for a leader? It is not a geography to study geography for the sake of marks. It is the application-oriented geography.
Right, sir.
For a
Right.
civil service aspirant who is aspiring to become a leader, geography is very much important, sir.
Right,
I
sir.
will quote with one small example, sir. Since it is Chhatrapati Shivaji's Jayanti, I want to take the example of Mr. Chhatrapati, sir.
हाँ बिल्कुल सर.
When Mughals were there, the peaks of their power position, sir, under Aurangzeb, right from Akbar, no one has challenged the might of Mughals. And Aurangzeb was very such a notorious and a very powerful emperor. He was at the peaks of his powerful powerness. No one has dared to challenge Aurangzeb, but it was Shivaji who dared to challenge him because Shivaji knows geography of his region. Aurangzeb came all the way from Delhi to defeat Shivaji, and Shivaji selected the warfare called as guerrilla warfare, hiding behind and achanak war karna hai.
बिल्कुल सर.
Because of that sudden attack, because of the knowledge of geography, he won over the mighty ruler called as Aurangzeb, sir.
यस, एक और चीज
अरे
है
leader.
कि उन्होंने अपने जो फोर्ट वगैरह बनाया,
हाँ,
जितने भी
सर.
फोर्ट वगैरह है, सारा वो ज्योग्राफिकल ऐसे लोकेशंस पे उन्होंने बनाया कि वो भी
Yes, sir.
हमारे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट था.
If you know, as a leader, if you know geography of your district, you can bring a great change in the society. You can bring a very great economical empowerment to the people.
Right.
In this case, sir, we can give good number of live examples in the recent past. I will give one. I want to quote one example where students can quote the same example in their mains exam also. Like recently, our Prime Minister in his Man Ki Baat, he has expressed his gratitude to one of the collector. That name, the name of the collector is Umakant Umrao, who happens to be a collector of a district in Madhya Pradesh. What this collector did, he understand the geography of the region and asked the people, asked the farmer to do a small work. Like where the land holding was very large, almost all some 10 acres of land holdings are there for the farmers, yet the farmer is a poor farmer. His economical power is not so great. And Umakant Umrao, in the capacity of the collector, requested one small farmer to forego 1 acre of land and make the land as a reservoir. Rainfall is good in that area, but the percolation is not there, and so the groundwater levels are not good. That region is in the Bundelkhand, sir. Though the rainfall is high, but the Bundelkhand is known for its a chronic drought-prone area. Right. Frequently, the droughts were happening. When droughts were continuously happening, this guy, since collector is also from the farmer's background, he came from the farming family. And so he requested one of the farmer, gave advice saying that why don't you forego 1 acre of land, make it as a reservoir, whenever the water is there, collect the water and make it as a pond. Because of that small advice, that very farmer right now became economically empowered. By seeing that farmer, entire district became empowered. By seeing the district, the surrounding, the neighboring districts also started doing the same activity. And the entire region became a green revolution district region of Madhya Pradesh. By sensing this one, even Prime Minister identified the best efforts of the collector. Meaning what? One person can change the fate of some lakhs of people, provided if you know geography of that area. So geography plays a key role.
Yes, sir. That's what I would like to add here. Why UPSC asks question on geography? Like when a collector, एक IAS officer को अपने district के geography को जानना बहुत जरूरी है.
That's why, sir, frequently,
yes, sir.
the questions even in the personality test, whenever the candidates go to the personality test, the questions basically from where they are coming from, what type of area they are living in, whether they are living in the red soil region or the alluvial soil region, or in the black soil, what happened to that particular area once upon a time when they are not there? What are the key geographical aspects of that particular region? Why the questions are asked? Whether you are aware of your geography, where you are standing. if at all you are having the awareness, definitely you can bring a greater economic empowerment for the people who are living in that area.
Yes, sir.
If at all you are not having geographical knowledge, obviously you cannot bring the economic empowerment. It is always the sole and one and the only motive of the people should be making the people economically empowered. Once you are making the people economically empowered in all other fields, they can get empowered by they themselves.
राइट सर. नो सर, ये बात आपने बहुत अच्छा बताया, क्योंकि जैसे मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ क्लास में कि पॉलिटी, इकोनॉमी, ज्योग्राफी, हिस्ट्री, ये जो 4 मेजर सब्जेक्ट्स हैं, दे आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अ सिविल सर्वेंट टू नो. क्योंकि तो क्या कहीं भी चीज है, मतलब अब जैसे मैं एग्जांपल आईपीएस का भी देता हूँ, इंडियन पुलिस सर्विस. अगर उसको ज्योग्राफी नहीं मालूम रहेगा तो वो डेकोइट को कहाँ पकड़ेगा, क्रिमिनल को कैसे जानेगा? अपने एरिया में कहाँ लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन होना चाहिए, उसके पुलिस को पता होना चाहिए. तो ये
in fact, sir, the dacoits are more informed than IPS officers.
Yes sir, that's what sir.
Many of the times it happens.
Right sir. तो यही मैं कहता हूँ कि स्टूडेंट्स को कोई भी जीएस का सब्जेक्ट ऐसे इंटरेस्ट के साथ पढ़ना चाहिए. कल जाके वो आईएएस ऑफिसर बनता है, आईपीएस बनता है, तो उसको ज्योग्राफी, हिस्ट्री, कल्चर, इकोनॉमी, पॉलिटी, गवर्नेंस, एनवायरनमेंट, टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करना पड़े, उस ढंग से पढ़ाई करना चाहिए. Sir,
sir. Yes, sir. I would like to add one more point to this point, sir. Yours delighted point. Like, you have mentioned the 4 core subjects, sir. In fact, when an aspirant is preparing for the civil services, he should not divide the subjects. Like when I'm reading history, I should be only thinking of historical things. When I'm into geography, I should be thinking only geographical aspects. What are these 4 subjects, sir? Basically, these 4 are nothing but they are our past. On this piece of land, when we are staying right now, in our absence, once upon a time, who were here? Who ruled here? History. What type of rule he brought? Polity. What type of taxes he used to collect? Economy. What type of crops the people used to grow? What type of climatic condition? Geography. They are nothing but not the subjects, sir. In fact, they are our past. Whoever understands the past can understand the present condition, which is called as current affairs. Whoever understands the past with the current developments, they alone can predict the future. Whoever is having the ability to predict the future, definitely UPSC will never leave them. It's not like people going towards UPSC. UPSC will come to those people, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, students have come here. So, sir, मैं कुछ ये जानना चाहूँगा from the जो मेरे दिमाग में आ रहा है, what is coming to my mind there. What is the relevance of, sir, world geography? Let's say if I take world geography, please tell to the candidates, first for prelims exam, कैसा world geography का क्वेश्चन आता है, क्या-क्या टॉपिक्स इस बार का 2024 के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है, where the questions can be asked about the world geography. और दूसरा क्या है कि मेंस के लिए भी क्या रेलेवेंस है, मतलब पार्ट ऑफ इट. तो सर प्लीज, क्योंकि वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी, फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी, वो सारे चीजें जितने हैं, दैट यू कैन शेयर योर थॉट्स, एंड देन आई विल आस्क स्टूडेंट टू आस्क क्वेश्चन ऑन वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी, देन आई गो टू द अदर एस्पेक्ट, इंडियन ज्योग्राफी, फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी, विल गो वन बाय वन सर. तो पहला हम लोग वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी स्टार्ट करते हैं सर, कि वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी का क्या रेलेवेंस है प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम के लिए, और क्या क्या ऐसे एक्सपेक्टेड टॉपिक्स हैं जहां क्वेश्चन आ सकते. आई विल address all your doubts there.
Sir. First question, as you have mentioned it one, sir, what is the relevance of physical geography? Right. Welcome, yes, students. We had a good chat with, we both had a good chat, but keeping you in dark. But now, please welcome. My name is Jai Krishna, and I'm a faculty for geography and also for ecology and environment. I've been teaching geography for the past 15 years, basically placed in Hyderabad, but because of the help given by our Neeraj sir, right now I am in Delhi, working as a faculty for Vision IAS in Delhi. Maybe in the near future, I may go back again to Hyderabad, craving to go back. Couldn't understand the geography of Delhi, the climatic conditions. So, want to push back to Hyderabad. This is briefly my introduction. Coming to the significance of geography, just now I spoke to sir saying that yes, geography is very much important for a leader. If at all you are aspiring for any job, maybe a software job or some other profession, whatever the profession you want to be, geography is not at all required. But for a leader, geography is not just necessary, it is imperative. Without the knowledge of geography, you cannot understand, you cannot rule, you cannot bring betterments to the society. Whenever you are not bringing some betterments to the society, society never accepts you as a leader. In order to bring betterments, as a condition, you should know the geography of the region. And so the UPSC syllabus geography helps you a lot. Whatever the type of geography you read in your school studies, school or maybe in the plus two or somewhere in a college, those are meant for academic oriented where the practical orientation of that subject at that age was not much explained properly by the faculty there. But here in our UPSC, geography is always practically oriented and it is application oriented. You need to see geography as an application oriented one, as a practical way of lifestyle. I'll give one best example here so that you can have some insights about why geography of that region was like that. At the same time, what is the cultural aspect because of that geography. If I divide India into two, one is the north and the south, you are well aware of the dietary habits, the attire habits of the North Indians. The North Indians are basically the roti eating people, whereas the South Indians are paddy eating people, rice eating people. Why it is like this? Because of again geography. Even if you go for attire, the attire of the North Indians is the basically the wool attire, whereas the South Indian attire never can be a wool attire, but it is a cotton attire. The people in South, they are very, very fond of wearing so-called lungis. And within that attire, they feel so proud and they take very great prideness in that lungi. No matter, he may be Prime Minister of India, he may be the President of India or the Vice President of India. Wherever he go, he went to the United Nations organization, he wants to represent with the same attire. Meaning what? The convenience of the area has converted into a rigid custom, rigid culture. In the case of culture and custom, see this one. The culture and the customs habits of the society are always because of geography. Because that particular product is grown in that area, that particular conditions are prevailing in that region. And so the convenience converts into rigid custom. The best example, if you see the Western India, the states like Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, these are the Western states. Each and every state has got its own attire, especially pagadi. Punjabi pagadi is different from Haryana pagadi, the so-called turban. The turban of Rajasthan is completely different from the turban of Gujarat. Each and every state has got its own turban. Why only these Western Indian states are having the culture of wearing pagadi and they feel so proud in their pagadi? If someone is criticizing, if someone is commenting, never they tolerate because they find so proudness. You might have seen even in the movies also. But why only these four states? Why not the other states? Like South Indian states are also there. North Indian states, the East Indian states. But why no other state is having the pagadi wearing culture? Because of again geography. If you consider if you observe carefully the geography of the Western India is known for its dryness, less rainfall conditions. When the dryness is there, when the moisture content is less, the dust that is present is much more. The moment once a small disturbance happens in the atmosphere, you can find greater dust quantity that is present in the atmosphere. When dust rises, obviously it will get struck up in our hair. In order to clean hair, we require more water, as such the rainfall in that area is less. And so the convenience is to protect the hair of the people. In order to protect the hair of the people, they started covering the head. That very convenience has become into a rigid culture called as wearing the turbans. And so Punjabi turban is different from Gujarati turban, where they want to identify with their turbans. But the convenience, the people got forget. That very convenience is because of geography. There are some hundreds and thousands of such examples. So, if I give the examples in the case of Arab world, if you see any sheikh, Arabian sheikh, right from head to toe, he'll be wearing only one color called as white. Why only white? And even there is a culture in the Islam religion saying that, you should not show the hair to the other people. That very convenience has converted into rigid culture. What is that convenience? What type of conditions are there? Dry climatic condition, rain is very less, water availability is less. And so dust, whenever the dust storms are there, the dust get settled in the head. Yeah, because of such a climatic conditions, the people are wearing the white colored dress because white reflects heat quickly. The obvious question starts. What is the obvious question? So then why the women are given the black color, the attire which is called as burqa? Why? Because whenever there is a dust storm, the visibility for the people will be very less. You cannot see the people clearly. You cannot see the things just before you. Just to identify whether it is male or female, when the male has selected, the opposite color was given to the female. Because as the dark color can absorb more heat, out of more love and affection towards their women, they ask the women to stay indoors, not to come outside. That is the convenience of the land. That very convenience got converted into a rigid culture right now. All the culture, all the convenience is because of geography. And so geography is a must for you, the future budding leaders. If you know the importance of geography, definitely you love geography. Once you love geography, never you will be failing. It is a subject which will makes you, keeping you in the apex of the service. When it comes to the division within the geography, like world geography, Indian geography, why there should be two types of geographies? Why we need to discuss world? Why we need to discuss Indian part? The world geography is the holistic part, which is called as systematic geography, whereas the Indian part, which is called as specific study of the world concepts to one given region, which is called as regional geography. That is a systematic geography, the world geography. Indian geography is a regional geography. Systematic and regional both needs to be studied in correlation. What I did, I brought a simple textbook for both the things. Like one is world geography, other one is for Indian geography. And right now Indian geography book is not available in the market. It is going to be launched with another 6 months. Exactly by the month it is August, you will be having even the Indian geography. What I did in this book, the so-called world geography book, which is displayed on the screen, I will show you even in the form of PDF on your screen. But I want to show the physical copy. In this one, the concepts are made very clear. Each and every concept is explained in such a looking language, very simple language. Even a class 10 student also can understand the topic. This is what the work I have simplified for the sake of the students. If I show is the screen visible for all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I show the screen, right now you are seeing the screen which is called as world geography, right? world geography is visible right now for you, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes. If you go through the contents, see the contents. Yeah. As such, no, normally, whatever the contents you can find, even in the other books, the same contents will be there. There is no much difference. Like introduction is there. What do you mean by Big Bang, and what is the life cycle of a star and all these things. Then geomorphology, again the same things. The rocks are there. Earth's interior is there. Then you can find the other things like if I scroll the page. The contents, whenever you are seeing, they will be one and the same. But let me show, one more page like geomorphic process, earthquakes, then volcanism, continental drift, plate tectonics. These are all completely as per the syllabus that is given in the UPSC. Whatever the concepts that are given there in the contents, they're all one and the same. Like if at all you are seeing the cyclones, introduction to water vapor in the air, condensation, precipitation, rainfall, cyclones, anticyclones, all the concepts are one and the same. But what makes the difference is the entire UPSC syllabus is given at one place. Like oceanography is there, climatology, geomorphology, then critical changes in the geographical features. What are the critical changes that are present right now in the present conditions because of the climate change? What is happening to the water bodies? What is happening to the ice caps? What are the changes that are brought in the flora and fauna? All they were given very precisely at one place. Then coming to the world social and economic geography, distribution of natural resources across the world, extensively, like, where do you find the minerals, especially the iron mineral, coal, oil and the natural gas throughout the world, precisely at what particular place, all the places are given there. And industries, what are the factors that are responsible for the location of the industries? Here we have even given some of the other things like Weber's theory of industrial location, which is a very, very popular model. If you can understand that model, you can write the concept in your own language. And regarding a small introduction even to the disaster management is included here. These are all very common, whatever the headings that are prescribed by UPSC, all they are very common headings which are shown in the contents. But specifically, if I take any one chapter, let me take you to one particular chapter, atmospheric pressure and the winds. What is given in that chapter, like how the atmospheric conditions are changing, what you mean by pressure, how it is changing along with the altitude. In this one, see the simplest way of explaining the things. What happens when you go vertically across along the slopes of the mountain, where the concepts are given in a very small images so that the people can understand very practically. Like if you see that image that is displayed on your screen, if that water is boiled at the mean sea level, the boiling point of the water is around some 100 degrees centigrade. As and when you go further a little bit upper elevation, the boiling point changes to just 93 degrees. And again, as and when you go further, the boiling point again further decreases to 90 degrees. Why this condition is there is given in the above image. Like, see that guy who is holding more pressure. Like, what is the pressure? The atmospheric gases that are exerting certain force on the human. A fellow who is standing very close to the mean sea level has to bear more atmospheric gases. But a fellow who is present on the top of the mountain is having less atmospheric gases, and the pressure over that fellow is very less. Such a simple, with a simple diagrams and simple things where the explanation was given, so that even a class 10 student can understand practically. If he understands the concepts, application, who can apply the concepts? Whoever is having a very great understanding. These things are also there in the other books like NCERT or some other GC Leong book. The things are there, but explained in a typical geographical jargon and at the same time high standard of English language. Since the need of the hour is making the complex topic into very simpler way. In order to make a complex topic in a very simpler way, I have made use of these images, these small diagrams made out of my own understanding, and I have provided everything in this book. Like, say for example, one more. Whenever you are talking about the difference between the wind and the air is the one which is similar to that of the wind. The only difference is moving air is called as wind. But the question is why the air has to move. Again, if you see the image there, wherever the pressure gradient is there, nothing but difference in the pressure is there. It is always the pressure that decides the movement of the air. Whenever the air is moving, which is called as wind, it has to move because of the pressure condition. Wherever the high pressure is there, from that high pressure, pushing of the air particles out of that area, which is called as going to the low pressure conditions. This is what the diagrammatical representation of the movement of the wind from one place to another place. Likewise, these small things, the small things always gives you a greater picture regarding the major concepts. Whenever you are having clarity at the micro level, if you take care of the micro level things, they automatically take care of the macro level things. For these small concepts, I have made a small pictures and I have kept before you. And so this book, according to me, is a must-read book for every civil service aspirant, so that the people can understand the concepts in a very simpler way, and they can be in a position to apply the concepts wherever that is required. At the end of the day, these things, whatever you are seeing right now in the screen, on the screen, they are not going to be asked. The application of those things can be asked as a question.